what is the deal with the multi-pochette. So let's address that right now, you guys. What's up, you guys? Wanted to come on today and do a, I guess, kind of conclusion video to my multi-pochette video that I did a week ago or so. And I wanted to let you guys know that I did in fact go into Louis Vuitton on Friday, and that's what we are going to be discussing today. So first of all, I did want to say that the purpose of my videos are always informational. I want to be as informative as I possibly can, and though that video was a little bit more personal, where I was kind of upset, and I think rightfully so, I do want to say that something that I think may have gotten lost in that video is that the biggest issue, in my opinion, is that Louis Vuitton or any company, I don't care who the company is, should always put its paying customers first. So that was my biggest issue with the entire multi-pochette. The biggest one at that is that paying customers should always get their items first. And I don't think that the majority of us don't agree with that. So I do think that that is something that we can all have a general consensus on, that paying customers should come first. So with that said, I did want to discuss what my experience was at Louis Vuitton. So I did want to show you guys kind of how my item was wrapped, just again for informational purposes, nothing else. So I'm not sure if you could see there, this is how they wrapped my item. Do you guys see the ribbon there? They literally just threw the ribbon in the bag. So that was nice. In any case, again, I was at the Rodeo Drive store early in the morning because I didn't want to deal with any further drama and me showing up later and being told that they didn't have my bag, or that I would get stuck with a bum bag. So I also wanted to mention that one of the reasons why I was really upset about the entire bag situation was one of my oldest friends recently decided to buy her very first luxury bag, and I happened to send her this one and let her know that this was like a really good value for money and that I had recently purchased it, and she loved it. She fell in love with it and she said, I want it. So I tried to get her in contact with someone at Louis Vuitton. I had a really difficult time getting like a sales associate to contact me back. So that was another issue that I had. We ended up going through the 800 number, and honestly, had she just had the bag shipped to her directly, she probably would have gotten her bag earlier. However, she wanted to make a day out of it so that we could kind of go hang out on Rodeo, which was a blast, of course. But that's the reason why she also didn't get her bag earlier. So that was something else that had me upset as well, like on her behalf, even though she was totally cool about the whole thing. So her and I went to pick up our bags together. Now, like I said, she purchased it through the 800 number. I did tell her to contact the 800 number to make sure that they would tell her that the bag was on Rodeo, because what I didn't want to have happen was for them to give her bag to somebody else and then tell her that her bag wasn't there. So if you go in with empowered with information, you can kind of fight against the system, because I think that Louis Vuitton plays a lot of games, and that is the other issue that I'm kind of over with Louis Vuitton. So okay, we both showed up about 10:07 at Rodeo Drive. I gave them my name. They went to go look for my item, and they asked her, like, basically, who called you, like, to let you know that your bag was here. And she said nobody, but I called the 800 number and they said that my bag had arrived. They couldn't find her bag. So this process, I swear, felt like buying a car. It shouldn't have taken that long for us to pick up our bags and go, but that was not the case. They brought me a bag, and I will insert a photo of the first items that they gave me. Actually, one in particular. My bag was a bum bag, guys. Just as simple as that. The coin pouch for the bag that was reserved for me had a really hideous dent towards the middle of the coin pouch, and I kind of waited before complaining about it. It was really bothering me from the moment that I saw it. My friend also noticed it, and you know, they were still kind of looking for her bag all over the place. So she saw it, and we were both kind of like why does it look this way? So what I did was I was going to wait for her to get her bag so that I can compare the coin pouch from her bag with the one that I was being given. They did finally find her bag, and you know, we kind of looked at the coin pouch together. Hers was perfect. There was no dents, no issue with the bag whatsoever. Now, the sales associate that I had purchased the bag from was not there, so I was dealing with a completely different person. And you know, she didn't dismiss me when I told her what the issue was. She just said, let me see what I can do, and she kind of left. Shortly after that, I would say maybe 10 minutes after that, there was a woman who was standing, who clearly worked there, who had been standing there for about 5 minutes, just like walked across and said that she was the manager, and she heard that we had an issue with a bag. So the woman that was assisting us had actually taken the coin pouch with her, and so I couldn't show it to her, but I did tell her that, you know, my coin pouch had a really ugly dent and that my friend's coin pouch didn't. So I wanted one that was like my friend's, that didn't have any dents, that didn't have any issues. So she said, well, we're really sorry, we can't help you because that's all of our pieces are spoken for, and you know, that's you. Basically, I could take it or leave it, or I could come back when they were able to fulfill my order later. At that point, that was just one more nail in the coffin of this entire experience. And that was pretty much my position with the manager. I told her that I had a really bad taste in my mouth for this piece to begin with, and I went down the line of all of the things that I discussed in my video with the manager, about this bag being given for free, about the bag being on social media, and me paying for it a month ago and seeing so many people getting it prior to the launch date. So I just said that I had a really bad taste in my mouth for this piece, and I just, you know, that I was kind of done with the bag. She did tell me that they would try to get one in for me as soon as possible. I told her that as far as I knew, I was first in line in the store to get the bag, so I wasn't sure what was going on with there being only one bag that was available for me. I just don't understand how they didn't have something aside already. I didn't think anyone had come to collect their bag, but she said no, that they had already been shipped, and she was clearly lying when she said that they had all been shipped or they had already been picked up. Literally, we were there at 10:07 on launch date. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and take this bag. And then I snapped a picture of the coin pouch, and I said, and if you're able to get another one within the next 30 days, I'm happy to bring this one back and exchange it. I'm not gonna use it, I just kind of want to have it and see how I feel about it for the next 30 days. I said, but for the most part, I really am not happy with this entire experience. So after I snapped the picture of the coin pouch, the manager said, let me see what I can do. So at that point, the manager went upstairs and miraculously found another bag. It did have somebody else's name on it, and I do feel bad that more than likely they're going to try to pawn this bag off on that individual. However, she did allow me to look through it, and that bag is this one over here. So at the end of the day, I did get a bag that I was happy with, but I don't think she was happy, which is why she probably threw everything in there. She ended up not being able to put it back the way that it was, so I think she wrapped my pieces in different boxes. I'm pretty sure that this item here is the strap, which I had opened myself. So here's the strap. This strap is really, really beautiful. When I was considering returning the bag, I thought maybe I should just buy the strap. So she brought out the khaki strap that's available for purchase and the blue strap. Now the khaki version of this, which I did not realize, is khaki with pink. And I really didn't like that combination at all. So I actually thought previously to, you know, this whole thing that I might just do that. I really did like this one a lot better than the ones that are available for individual purchase. This one is all, look at this. I swear, you guys, I have not opened this at all. And really, at the end of the day, I really don't care. I've had a bunch of packaged items from Louis Vuitton. That's just, you know, it's just interesting to me that it was the manager. The manager did this, so I find that comical. So here is the, I guess, the pochette accessories, and here is the, I mean, I don't even know what she did. Good gracious. Here is the little pouch. And like I said, if I haven't added a photo of the one that was a bum one, then I will go ahead and add it now. This one even has actually the foam that was in there, I guess, to prevent kind of creasing and stuff like that, and the other one didn't. So I'm not sure if someone had played with that one, or I don't know, but this one is in perfect condition, and my friend's was also in perfect condition, so I am happy that they were able to replace it. Good gracious. My God. Here are, I am not doing this gracefully, I am aware. I don't even know how they wrap my stuff, you guys. Literally, that is how it was wrapped. This one also has stuffing. Yeah, the chain is still in its plastic, and it has stuffing, which is the first time. I don't remember Louis Vuitton ever having stuffing. They should, because I think that that's why the bags get, you know, kind of wrinkly and stuff. But yeah, so here is that piece that had me so angry. I finally have it. I'm glad that I have it. I'm hoping to like shake off all of the negativity that kind of came with this purchase, in order for me to, you know, start wearing it and stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep it. And as far as my continued relationship with Louis Vuitton, I have to give credit to the sales associate who I did purchase it with. She is really, really lovely, and she actually checked in on me because she wasn't, I believe she said she was in a meeting when I came in. So she did message me and ask me how everything went and if I was thrilled with my bag. And then, you know, I told her what happened, and she said that she was glad that they were able to assist me and get me one that I was content with. And then she also went on to say that if I ever need anything at all, to please contact her directly. So as far as customer service, it's interesting that, you know, a just sales associate can have so much better customer service than the manager at the Rodeo store. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And I don't know, I'm sure that maybe in a couple of months I'll kind of, this whole thing will wear off and I'll be really content about my items, because I really do. Obviously, the reason why I wanted this to begin with was because, so if you have followed me for a really, really long time, I love my pochette accessories. It is probably it is hands down my most worn item. And what I want to do is, my daughter is 10 right now, you know, in a few months she's going to be in middle school, and, you know, she's getting older, and I did want to give her my pochette accessories for it to be her first Louis Vuitton bag. And so now I have a spare. And then I also have another daughter, so I feel like these are going to be good pieces for them to use later on, and then I can kind of play with them at the moment, however I see fit. The strap is definitely a winner for me, and so is this, just in general, because they added this. Now I have the regular coin pouch. I am currently selling it, but you are kind of gaining something, right, with this little piece over here, and you're kind of giving up quality. I know that my let me bring it up. So this is the two separate pieces. They are very different, to be honest. They're not the same. One is bigger than the other. This one is white on the inside and it's gusseted, and absolutely this one's going to fit more coins than this one. I feel like, I don't know, this one is not at all similar to this one. This one is superior, absolutely 100%. I mean, I can fit so much stuff in this one because of the way that it's made. It isn't gusseted, and I actually really liked visually that this one was gusseted, but now I really do see that it's going to hinder the amount of coins or additional items that I intended on carrying on here. So definitely they are not similar at all, even though they're both round, even though they're both considered a coin pouch. This piece over here is definitely a winner over this one. Now, my favorite feature of the Pochette accessories version that comes on here is the fact that it doesn't have that tab on one side. So the tab on this one, I've mentioned before, is tethered terribly, and this one thankfully doesn't have that, and it's definitely something that I really do appreciate, because from the beginning of time this tab has always bothered me. I've always worn it in a way where I could kind of hide it, and maybe that's why this is so damaged, because I would always kind of just loop it inside here and fold it. I mean, like yeah, so I would always kind of put that in there, and when I had the mini pochette, then I would just feed the little hook from the mini pochette in here so that this could be like functioning, and I could still close it and have something to attach it to. But you guys know how I felt about the mini pochette. And what I do love about this, mini pochette, which is actually bigger than the mini pochette, is that the chain is removable. And I think that alone is amazing. That is really my favorite feature about this, and something that drove me crazy about the mini pochette. Now, just for, kicks and giggles, I did want to mention this because this was another reason why I really loved this piece. All of the items are extremely versatile. So one of the things that I thought was that the chain that came with this piece, since it was removable, I would be able to use as a necklace. And sure enough, what I've done is I went ahead and attached the lock from that piece right there. For whatever reason, I can't remember its name, but yeah, I went ahead and just used a lock, because this doesn't have a locking mechanism in it or like a hook. But if you have a Louis Vuitton lock, you can 100% use it as a necklace. So I think that is really beautiful, and I really loved the idea of doing that. So yeah, I do think that the piece is very versatile. I know that it's a little bit of a controversial bag for a lot of people. Some people think that it's just like a, I don't know, I've heard it called all kinds of things, but in any case, I think that it's an extremely versatile piece, and I have no regrets, and I know that I was right on the piece. It's just unfortunate everything that transpired for me to purchase it. But in any case, kind of now that I've done this and I was able to prove to myself that I was right, then I feel really good about my decision. So that is it for today, you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. I know that there was a lot of dialogue being had from my last video, and I really appreciate every single one of you who watched that video and commented on it. So again, thank you guys so much for watching and for your patience and for your opinions, whether they agree with me or whether they don't. I don't believe that we all have to have the same opinion. This is what makes this interesting. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.